and your conversation. Please, as much as you can. Feel pressed, and you are you all this get to your if you can, because the butcher go big way he's leaving okay LP and they're into the piece that it was but the $100,000 each to the 24 $50,000 US dollars to the Nick. We have that money. Have they all read? Let's see. Okay, I'm buying while I'm trying to locate. Stick with me. This page. The big story now for today, it says Peter Obi, that's the kicker, presidency using misleading statistics to conceal economic hardship. Yeah, and that one you find on page 9 of the This Day newspaper. Hardship, and that's what Peter Obi, national honor. Lovely. I love this. I'm going to be a footballer in my next life. I think maybe even in this life I might practice. You never know. And I'm going to be a star. I know that. Anyways, that's something good though. I like it. It's got 4 writers though. The first one recalls how his wife almost abandoned his dinner, right, due to the tension-soaked match. All right, second writer now, all 36 governors gift 10 million naira each to players and technical crew. And third writer, very popular if you ask me. Now, moving away from the This Day newspaper now, let's take you to the Daily Trust newspaper this morning, right? The Daily Trust newspaper this morning has got only this big story. Look at me right here, and it's 2027. That is the kicker. 2027 being the kicker for the Daily Trust newspaper. Lord, ANPP block in that regard, right? Okay, we go. Paper. It says patients stranded as doctors in Lagos embark on strike. Yes, page 31. It's got that one. To page 7 now. How NSCDC officer was stabbed, died in Abuja. Very sad. Tinubu gives Super Falcons US dollars each. It's a given 10 million naira each. 10 million naira from the States to... Wow, amazing thing. I like. Well, this is found on page 8 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And at a base on page 10... Kaduna residents lament as landlords increase rent by 150. Total collapse. In other words, varsities are collapsed, but they are not totally collapsed. I see this one here now on page 7. Over 130 security agents killed in ongoing Katsina anti-banditry war. Over 130 security agents killed in ongoing Katsina anti-banditry war. And that story you'd find on page 7 of the Vanguard newspaper. So sad. 130. Alrighty. Page 8 now. Alausa unveils initiative to connect Nigerian experts at home. Diaspora. Okay. And now I take you to this one on page 8. Looking really popular now. 2027 being the kicker. Coalition about Nigeria, not me. Obi, El-Rufai, Amechi. Atiku is saying that. 2027 being the kicker. Atiku is saying that the coalition is about Nigeria, not himself, not Obi, not El-Rufai, not Amechi. I see. Right, that's all with the Vanguard newspaper as we take you to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. For the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, the big story on here, it says, INEC chairman being the kicker, written in red for some reasons I don't know. Agitation for Yakubu's successor swells. INEC chairman being the kicker, agitation for Yakubu's successor swells. Quite a number of riders now following through. North Central should get slaughtered. NBF, others. Southeast, South deserve the position. Ubani, ex-NBA VP, they're both saying that. President's power to appoint chairman, major, Nigeria's paradox. All right. President's power to appoint chairman, major, Nigeria's paradox. Former Ohaneze spokesman is saying that all INEC needs is a man with integrity. Professor Adeyeye is saying that. And zone of the next chairman not too important. Ex-Kogi speaker is saying that. Page 15 has got that story. And then to a sub-big story. Tinubu rewards Super Falcons with $100,000 each. National honors houses each technical team member to get $50,000. NGF is given 10 million naira to each player. NGF is given 10 million naira to each player. Okay. Ekiti stands still as political heavyweights endorse Tinubu Oyebanji for second term. It's got one rider to it. President, governor are good products, says Ayedatiwa Fayose, page 16. And to page 26 now. Police arrest housewife for faking own kidnap. Police arrest housewife for faking own kidnap. Right, I see. And above the Nigerian Tribune newspaper banner now, RCIEC fixes Rivers local government election for August 30 amid concerns over extension of emergency rule, page 4. And to yet another page 4, millipedes may be source of new drug to treat human pain. Ooh, really? Millipedes may be source of new drugs to treat human pain. Then it means that China may not be wrong. Yeah, they eat that thing a lot. China, yeah, especially China. They eat almost everything. But they also eat millipedes, I guess. I've seen it. They make it look like a hamburger. But anyways, page 4 has got that story. Now, I'll take you to the Punch newspaper this morning. And with the Punch newspaper for today, being the 29th day in the month of July 2025, Electricity Act Amendment Bill, written in red, and it carries the big story. Federal government may sell 11 discos to new investors. Federal government may sell 11 discos to new investors. Page 27 has got that story. I beg your pardon, page 37 has got that story. NERC to enforce discos recapitalization, reprivatization. That's one of the riders to that big story. Second rider, amendment bill advances at NAS, that's National Assembly. And this one here, Lassa fever death toll rises to 158 amid 811 cases. Lassa fever death toll rises to 152 amid 811 cases, please. Lassa fever, rats causing these issues. Please cover your stuff. Be sure to be clean, to keep cleanliness around you and about you. Very important. Page 24. All right, now we go to page 7 now. It says states versus discos. States versus discos. New electricity law unleashes widespread crisis. Page 7, it's got that story. And this one here now on pages 4 and 5. Cheating, that's the kicker. Ondo girl nabbed for stabbing boyfriend to death. Really now? Ondo girl nabbed for stabbing boyfriend to death. And I want to believe over cheating. Okay. Pages 4 and 5 got the story. Nurses strike to hit hospitals nationwide Wednesday. Page 20 has got that story. Above the Nation newspaper banner now, 2027 is the kicker. APC kicks as opposition backs single-day polls. Page 2. And APC is kicking. Okay. Page 36, federal government launches crackdown on MDAs after 300% surge in impressed claims. And this one on here, U.S. birth tourism crackdown sparks Nigerian hospital reforms calls. Okay, let us wait now until the U.S. will totally block Nigerians. Maybe then we will learn to fix our home and make it livable. Page 36 has got that one, and it has Trump's stern face has a stern look, as though he's looking at me. But anyways, I see this one on page 46. Tinubu governors splash 4.95 billion naira cash houses on Falcons. All right, Tinubu governors splash 4.95 billion naira cash houses on Falcons. Alrighty, very quickly, 0907-353-0044 is that number to call. WhatsApp portal number is 9.
Service. Such people should be acknowledged by the government.
D, please let's not say on national issues. It just goes on to tell us the types of people that tomorrow now they're getting problem. Is Tinubu Okwi now? Nah, but tomorrow he's going to be there. I'm praying for him actually to get to higher heights. But if he continues like this, this catastrophe, I tell you. But let's leave that conversation about him. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Doing it very good.
Awesome. Talk
yes,
to us.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. You know, I applaud Mr. President.
Right.
If we boast every, but in the same vein, in Nigeria, some of us cannot afford going. It's Nigeria. So the same way he's taking good care of these people who have given us international good name, he should also honor these people that are doing the internal job, because even if these our doctors don't sustain you here before they move you, fly you from here to US, Canada, wherever place you are going for treatment, you may end up not reaching there. So look, the internal work. And now before I end the call, we are going borrowing. But if you have such money, such an amount, have now. Make I just stop here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's see.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
I suppose it was inevitable. Eagles 102.3.
Abuja Home Limited for their Broadwater estate and plots in Gwagwalada. Get 250 square meter for just 700k when you make an outright payment. That's a whopping 81% discount, or go premium with 500 square meters for only 1 million naira. That's 80% of the original price of 5 million naira. With our authentic FCT land document, you have no issues at all. We have a flexible payment plan for up to 12 months for your convenience. Get your land in Broadwater Estate, Paiko, Gwagwalada now with green environment, accessible roads, power supply, guarantee 3
and saloon.
Eagles.
Appreciate your concern, but Pume say this has gone quick. And they are there and they're still complaining of marginalization, then what would the Southeast say? Anyway, let Tinubu know that he's leading human beings and not animals. Let everyone in hands come 2027, dislodge and evacuate this current government at the federal, because they have done more harm than good to Nigerians. Thank you. Appreciate that one. And Ozo Francis in the man, he's watching live from Amagunte, Enugu State. We appreciate you. It says, good morning from here. Good morning to you too. And now he says, okay. Says, I totally agree with the statement credited to Tommy saying that Nigeria is crumbling under insecurity, poverty, and elite failure. I therefore urge our political leaders to live up to their billings to better the living standard of Nigeria.